Yeah, I don't have it either. Let's Crowbar is here. Can we bring in our friend here?
Fuck yeah, we can, of course.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, Crowbar. I was too busy looking in Ali and
I just got on. No worries at all. I just got on, man. No worries.
We were trying to figure out, and I guess I remembered wrong. I thought that Bruno had a match on the undercard of Ali versus Inoki. I thought that the older Vince McMahon had booked them to kind of save grace because they knew that the card was going to be kind of shitty with that on top, with all the rules changes that they had to make. So I don't know. Any insight? Yeah, I thought I did, but I guess I was wrong with that. How are you tonight, man?
How are you guys doing? Been a little bit.
Yeah. Shame we didn't get to run into you on Friday, but we did enjoy
I get it. I always, when I finish a match, I went down to the, I don't know, what do I call it, a bar, brewery, whatever. When I come back from a match, I have such an adrenaline dump. My wife makes fun of me all the time because I'm always the last to leave. I come back to the locker room. I speak with my opponent. We usually laugh and have a good time. And I just sit there with my tights on, and I got to muster up the mental capacity to get undressed. And I've gone back to like the 80s, 90s, that vinyl, that hot vinyl material, which I love the way it looks, but it's a match to take it off. So I have to come back, recover from my match, and then build up enough strength to peel this shit off of me. So I have to have a second match getting my tights off. But I like the look. Not a lot of guys wear it. And that's that. So I literally sit there. It takes me forever to get undressed and to decompress. And I drink some water. I drink some Gatorade. My post-match is just this Zen experience. And in my ADD brain, going through everything that happened during my match and what I liked, what I didn't like. And it's just this kind of very calm Zen place, because by that time, most of the locker room, if I'm on last, has already left, and I'm just there with myself, and I just process. So
now, Matt and I were talking earlier about the show for Outlaw Wrestling, and it seemed like, all right, so you were on the poster, Bull James was on the poster, Afa Jr. was on the poster, and we really didn't know anybody else that was on this show. Now, not taking anything away from them, because it's
usually a surprise show, and he usually has great talent. I have really been on some phenomenal Outlaw Wrestling shows, and like I know Bull taught for a while. He may still. He really gives a lot of the younger wrestlers an opportunity to shine, and I enjoy working with younger wrestlers. I always say, book me with somebody young that wants to go, and it keeps me going at a high rate. It keeps me going at a faster pace. When it's a super young student, it's kind of a personal challenge to me. I know I'm not going to have a 5-star, quote unquote, match, but I try my best to have a solid, good / great match with somebody with very limited experience, and that's a fun challenge for me. So it's always really cool wrestling there, and not just here, but anywhere. I like working with the young guys. They keep me on my toes. It's a challenge for me to help lead, and for us to try to put on a great match where nobody gets hurt, and it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, all the kids on the show, I say kids because they're all, younger guys. I think they all did a great job, especially that Jimmy Santana that you worked with in the main event. And apologies for that. We had no idea what his name was. I don't know if it was the ring announcer or the microphone, but he became Jimmy, and he was Jimmy for the entire match.
He did such a good job, and he's one of Afa's students. I was supposed to wrestle with somebody else the prior Outlaw show there. I had surgery. I had the bursa cut out of my elbow there. So I could not wrestle. I forget the guy's name. I'm so sorry, but he jumped me. I was supposed to wrestle Casey Navarro again. He jumped me, and I was supposed to wrestle him. Something happened where he needed to leave. So it was Jimmy, as you guys say. So I talked to Afa, and I asked him, he goes, he's really, really green, but he's really, really athletic, and he's really, really respectful, and he listens. So as a veteran performer, as I am, I always want to have the best match possible. I want to give them the best opportunity to shine. So I'll go through their move set. I ask them what they like to do, and then it's up. What to me is to decide, does that sound safe? Do I trust this guy to do X, Y, and Z? But he was super athletic. He got to do a couple really, really cool moves. When I'm with a younger guy, I love to do the top rope Frankensteiner. It's one of the things I enjoy doing at this age of 50 years old. But you need an opponent that's seasoned and knows what they're doing to base that. Otherwise, you get dropped on your head. So that night, you did not see that. I think after wrestling with him, Jimmy could have done that. But it's just not something, it just wasn't a risk we needed to take that night. I think if we have the opportunity to wrestle a second time, I think we may be able to add that move in, because he did really, really great. We had some stuff called in the back. We called a lot of stuff on the fly. He listened. I was super, super impressed. So that says a lot for him as a young pro wrestler, as well as his teacher. So great job, and I had so much fun.
You were also a little threatened because you had to cheat to win.
Oh, a bad guy, especially on a show, you should cheat to win. If you're a bad guy and you're not cheating, or at least doing something a little underhanded, come on.
Yeah.
Be a bad guy. Be a fucking bad guy.
It's only cheating when you get caught.
Yes.
Yes.
You get caught. So you're hyper focused. You're getting ready for this match. Did you hear people yelling "Jackwagon, Jackwagon"?
I did not, unfortunately. So I have I have ADD, ADHD so friggin' bad. It was never diagnosed when I was a kid. So my mind can seem to wander here or there. But when I'm involved in something that I'm laser focused on, it's like I'm at work here. When I get in note writing zone and I'm on the treatment floor here, one of my coworkers might call me, and they'll have to call me 4, 5, 6 times because I just get in that hyper focused zone. I don't know if any of you guys suffer from this. It's actually an asset when you're involved with something you enjoy and something you're into. But when I get up there in the locker room, I was up there with my opponent, laser focused, thinking what I want to do, and nothing else exists when I'm in that zone.
Interesting.
I'm definitely on the spectrum somewhere.
Join the club. I think the rest of us are too.
Yeah.
This Saturday, first time ever, you and the Greek god Papadon.
I love Papadon. I am such a fan of his work. I have no idea how he's not wrestling somewhere. I personally think he'd be like a perfect fit for like NWA, that classic wrestling look. He's a veteran, been around. He's old. He's older without looking old. He's in great shape. I'm just always been a huge fan of how he wrestles, how he presents himself, how he's a very serious character, yet there's still that touch of that Greek gimmick. It's I'm very much looking forward to it.
I can't believe all these years you two never locked it up prior to this.
No.
I'm surprised to hear
Now
that.
we've spoken about Star Wars for hours on end. We've spoken about wrestling for hours on end. He's one of my favorite people to talk to, but believe it or not, we've never had a freaking match. It has not happened. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've had him on the show a few times. Great guy to talk to. Great mind
Great
for
dude.
the business
Yep.
as well, for sure. Unfortunately, I didn't.
And ever hears the promos he does, where he does part of it in English, part of it in Greek, is just great. Very, very, very believable. Great character. I think he cuts just as good of a promo as when he wrestles.
So I guess I'll ask you the question. How is Novak the Hawaiian at the end of the night on Friday?
What happened?
How is Novak the Hawaiian warrior guy, whatever his name is? How was
That's
he?
a controversy guy, right? With all this controversy. So I just caught wind of this yesterday. Now,
Well, let me
again,
stop. We don't know if there's a controversy. It just looked like
Okay.
he got the shit kicked out of him. So,
okay. What I will say is, again, I'm in this hyper focus, call my match thing, but I'm slightly aware of my surroundings, and him and Afa seem to be getting along well. Pre and post match. From what I heard through the grapevine, it was booked to be a squash. I know they're trying to build that town. They're trying to build Afa as a killer heel. I know last time he was there and got a very warm reception because of the death of his father. So I know they were trying to turn up the gas there to make him a heel. I do not know the entire story, but I did not see anything that looked like conflict or fighting or anything. From what I know, it was booked to be a squash match. I watched the clip. There were some stiff forearms to the back. I was always, if you go back, there's this famous Steve Regal quote. He will hit you hard in safe places. Getting whacked across the back is a very safe way to hit somebody hard. Another thing that stood out for me as a professional, he threw some wrestling stomps where you stomp your foot and you kick the guy. If you're looking to kick the shit out of somebody, you're not going to wrestling stomp him. Was there something going on? I don't know, but from what I saw pre and post, they seem to get along fine. I know that because of the sympathy Afa received at the last show there, they were trying to make him a monster heel again. I know it was booked as a squash and for Afa to look like a killer. If there's anything more to the story, you might have to contact the what was the kid's name again? I'm sorry.
Malik,
the Hawaiian.
Yeah, Malik the Hawaiian something or other.
Novak Malik.
Oh, Novak. I'm sorry. Well, what?
Novak.
Yeah, but what Hawaiian has the name Novak? I mean, it kind of doesn't.
Just because you name Jimmy doesn't mean you could name everybody else, though.
Yeah, but Novak? Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
How many Maliks do you know from Hawaii?
Yeah.
Well, how many Novaks do I know from Hawaii? I mean, column A, column B. What do you want me to tell you?
We got a comment here. Jesse says, nice match Friday, Crowbar. Pleasure to get to be there and watch.
Thank you, Jesse. Had a really fun time. That building spoils me because it's literally 5 minutes from my house. I love stuff like that. Love it.
Yeah, it's not far. It's not far from me either. That's why Matt and I grabbed some dinner and headed on over to the show. We had a great time.
It was a great venue.
Next time, it's a fun venue. It's a lot of fun. I don't have to leave work. I can do my whole work day on a Friday night. It's great.
Well, you're great, Crowbar. We appreciate you taking time out of your
time. You say that to all your guests. You call them all.
We mean it with you, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask Crowbar one more question before we let him go. Do you find people still calling you Devin Storm? I would talk to my wife because you've known my wife as long as you've known me, and
sure,
she still, if she doesn't call you by your government name, she still calls you Devin Storm. So when I talk to her about you, like I'm like, Devin Storm, because that's how she knows you. She's like, who's Crowbar?
There are a lot of fans as well as guys in the business that know that I wrestle as Crowbar, but believe Devin was actually my real name, and it's not. It's Chris Ford. Just wouldn't really be that flashy of a wrestling name. Chris Ford has Saturday AM, WWE jobber written all over it. Chris Ford.
It would be more like Ford Christensen or something like that, though,
So yeah, some people do. I I'm one of the few guys. I never introduced myself by my gimmick name. I just feel dumb, and but I don't feel like the other guys are dumb when they do it to me. I just feel like I sound stupid saying, "Hey, Crowbar." Hey, I always introduce myself. I'm always Chris in the back with the guys. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hi, my name is Chris. My name is Chris. That's just the way I've always been. I just don't know why. I just introduce myself as myself.
Fair enough.
Let me ask you. Well, I know we were trying to let you go, but I do.
It's fine, man. Let's keep
We're
it
good.
going.
I could do more time. I'm good. I'm fine. I finished my paperwork, so that was the major thing. I had to finish my paperwork for the day, and I finished my last note right before I signed on.
Well, again, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. You said you like wrestling the young guys. Is there somebody out there that you have had your eyes on that you haven't had an opportunity to get in the ring with? And if so, who is that?
There's quite a few, actually. But I'm trying to think. During the pandemic, I would do cardio in the basement, and I loved watching AEW Dark. I would love to work Fuego de Sol. I love being a cruiserweight base, a lucha base, while still throwing in some fancy moves myself. I think that would be a lot of fun to work with him. He's not a young guy, but one of my bucket lists, if he hangs on there, like I keep hanging on, I would love to work with Rob Van Dam. Rob could still go, and I think me and him could tear it up and show the young guys some stuff. But Fuego de Sol is definitely one of the younger guys that I would like to work. In the next few months, I have a match coming up with Alex Reeman. Looking forward to that one. Throughout the year, just with Outlaw and ISPW, I've had a lot of opportunities to work with young guys, and Battleground as well. And not so much young guys, but a lot of matches that I've been wanting to have. But with Outlaw in particular, Marcus Mathers, who I will be wrestling against for ISPW coming up November 1st in Rutherford, New Jersey. Damn, I'm so bad with names.
That's the
Alex
show. Price. That's the one at the Williams Center, right?
Yep. Alex Price was a lot of fun when we worked. Aaron York was great. I don't want to leave anybody out, but a lot of the Outlaw students were phenomenal in the ring, and I would gladly work with those again. Let those guys again too. Yeah, I'm up for anybody, but the Fuego definitely stands out.
Can we put over the shoot business?
Sure.
Raising the bar. You're over the railroad tracks in East Rutherford, aren't you?
East Rutherford, New Jersey, Raising the Bar Rehabilitation and Fitness.
Yeah. Chris Ford, as you say, is the physical therapist there. His wife,
almost
Dina,
26 years experience.
And his wife is a licensed nutritionist. Did I get that right?
Registered dietitian. Yes.
There you go. That's the one. Yeah. So for any of your dietary and or physical therapy needs, please head on over to Raising the Bar. Crowbar, Chris, Devin Storm, always a pleasure to have you on, my brother.
Always a pleasure to be on here, man. It's always a lot of fun. We don't get to do it often enough, but it's great. I hopefully I catch you guys next time. I was just in that adrenaline dump. I was hoping you guys would have been at the bar, but by the time I got down there, there's nobody left. There's nobody left. They were closing up.
Yeah, I think they were kind of trying to get rid of everybody. Told us to buy the beers at like 9 o'clock to head home. It's like the show didn't start yet. Relax. It is what it is. We had a great time. We had a blast, and it's always a pleasure having you on. It was great to see you wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, Crowbar, check him out. He's wrestling everywhere. And thanks again for joining us, brother.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Fuck yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Of course. Of course.
Tony wants to know where he can get a timeless Crowbar t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, merch.
Okay, I know Pro Wrestling Tees has 3 separate timeless shirts, and Battleground Championship Wrestling also has their own Crowbar shirt.
All right, we will definitely check them out. Awesome.
And a poster too. They have a really cool poster.
Please tell me it's you and Darth Vader back to back.
No, it's just me. I wish it was Darth Vader. I would always take a picture of Darth Vader. I think Darth Vader is great.
That'd be amazing.
Are you surprised no one's done like a Darth Vader gimmick in wrestling?
Kind of hard, you know what I mean? That's a too iconic of a character to rip off. You know, what are you gonna do? Wrestle in a metal mask? I'm sorry, man. I love you, dude, but that's a really dumb idea.
You know, Darth Vader is just the manager of an evil.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. Then I take it back.
No, you can call him
Look at it.
He like stands outside the ring and he like.
I'm kidding.
Well, then again, Crowbar was also the guy that wanted to book Bernie for a fucking autograph session, but just leave him dead.
I still say that would make money. I would drop $100 to take that picture. Now it can't. I will die on this hill right now. Okay. All these autograph shows, you never see the guy from a Weekend at Bernie's, but he's still alive as far as I know. But this is the whole thing. You got to envision. It can't be just the guy doing with the pictures. If a guy like me is going to go, and I'll drop $100, you put down a tarp. You cover the tarp with sand. You get a lounge chair. You get the umbrella. You get the table. You set up the Monopoly board. Now, Bernie has to play dead. Sunglasses. Don't laugh at me. I'm serious.
I'm
What is
laughing
it?
because it's so unreal, dude. It's
I was
so amazing.
I was ready to something, and I heard you say a tarp, and I thought we were talking about Sonny at Legends of the Ring again.
No, you don't friggin' laugh at me. So, Bernie, you hire the guy. He has to play dead. Sunglasses, jacket, and the guy doing the promoting, the guy doing the barking, whatever, the guy that's handling the money. The fans go up, they pay for a picture of Bernie, and the guy actually has to grab his hand and help him sign because he's a dead body. Come on, I think that's a hit. I can't believe nobody's done that.
I'd pay for that.
A couple more years, it might be a reality. He's 85 now.
But he has to be in the full garb with the glasses. You got to be there like this, and the guy got to come up and just.
It's so.
That'd be some funny shit right there. I'm sorry,
yeah,
that'd be great.
I'd drop my $100.
$100. Take my money.
Yeah.
Take my money. Take two so that my kids could do it too. Here's $200. I want my kids to have this experience.
Crowbar, always a pleasure, man. I'm so glad you joined us tonight.
The Bernie Lomax experience.
Fuck yeah.
Then his hand is on like a little pulley, and as you leave, just like the movie.
Shit.
Come on, man. That's not just a photo. That's not just a photo. That's an experience.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's a one. You're not paying for a photo. You're paying for the experience.
I want someone to do the Bernie Lomax gimmick in wrestling. Dead, goes to the ring, dances to the ring, and just fucking lays down.
I will tell you this. Not many people picked up on it. When he was in NXT and also on Indies, once in a while, Rich Swann would do the Bernie Lomax dance from Weekend at Bernie's 2. Yeah, I don't think anybody picked up on it, and I pulled him aside when I first met him. I go, dude, I saw you do the Bernie dance, and I knew what it was exactly, and I popped. He goes, nobody knew what that was. I go, I saw it immediately, and I knew that was the Bernie Lomax from Weekend at Bernie's, not one Weekend at Bernie's 2. I picked it out. And he did it, and I loved it. I popped. I might have been the only person that popped or recognized that it was the Bernie Lomax dance, but the level of my pop was the equivalent of like 10,000 pops.
The fact that they got 2 movies out of this is pretty impressive.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, it was the 80s. You had to make
Imagine the pitch meeting. Oh, okay, what's it? Okay, the whole movie, the guy's dead, and nobody knows it. He doesn't stink. He doesn't stiffen up. My favorite's when they're pulling him by the boat, and he's hitting the channel markers that body would be pulverized and blood all over the place. But that's my favorite scene.
Didn't some lady bang him in the first one too?
Yeah, the mob boss's wife.
They took him to fucking St. Thomas in the second one. They got a dead body on a plane and flew him from St. Thomas.
It is a beloved classic, especially during the summer. We play 1 and 2 here at work, and the patients love it. They just sit there and giggle their ass off. They just laugh like crazy. I've seen it probably 10,000 times. Know all the punchlines. I always laugh. It's just so good.
God damn.
So all the new kids, all the new wrestling fans, you got to go watch Weekend at Bernie's. If you haven't, there's probably a ton of your fans right now have no idea what the hell we're talking about. You got to go get Weekend at Bernie's. And after you do that, get Weekend at Bernie's too.
100%.
Absolutely.
Crowbar.
Highly recommended.
I know. I keep saying goodbye, but then some other shit keeps coming up. But
Something stupid pops up.
thanks again so much for joining us, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Remember,
Have a great
you have carte
Yes.
blanche anytime you want. Come on back. Always happy to shoot the shit with you, my friend.
That's dangerous.
That's just like Devin Storm, right?
Dangerous Devin Storm. Wow, what an outfit that was. Fuck.
Oh, yes, it was.
That was a terrible. I was slowly getting in shape. I had to cover this awful body I had. I had to wear the bodysuit.
That's all right.
Yeah,
It's timeless though.
it's something.
You left a lasting impression on a whole generation of people. I'll tell you that right now.
Damn right.
Sure did.
Fringe, neon green. You can't go wrong.
That was the time, man. That was the time.
And that was the
Bad
gimmick,
mullet.
man.
Really bad mullet.
Yeah, but you were like the beach guy from the Pacific Palisades, man. That was the
Yes.
gimmick.
Yep. Yes.
Fucking
Yes,
A,
I
dude.
was.
The shit that sticks with us when we were younger, man. That
Yep.
was amazing.
And mullets are back in now.
Yeah, I think the kid's trying to grow one actually.
You're
Uh,
Yikes, dog.
All right. Can we get Crowbar out of here so we can go home with his family?
Saturday night, Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park is Saturday night, and on Friday night, I'm in Lincoln Park for ISPW against the Dominican Destroyer Vargas, who I also love working with. That's a hoss. You want a hoss?
Yeah,
That's
he's
a big
good
old
guy.
hoss.
Yep.
Yeah,
Great worker, very athletic. Big fan of his too. I love just watching him too. Like outside of working him, I enjoy watching him work. You know.
Yeah, so you can catch Crowbar Friday night at ISPW in Florham Park, Saturday night at Elmwood Park Rec Center. First time ever, Greek God Papadon Crowbar.
I'm super excited. Yes.
$25 at the door. Hopefully they don't make it 40 if you show up the day of. Crowbar, thank you so much, my friend.
Okay. Is this for real this time or no?
I think so.
This one's for real, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Go be with your family, man.
Have a great night, guys. Was fun.
Great
Thanks.
night.
Chris, be good.
All right.
Good night,
Thanks.
Crowbar. Crowbar, ladies and gentlemen.
He's the man.
Oh, he's awesome. He's awesome.
Definitely. Absolutely the best.
I got him. I can't